Hmm? Guys, you want me to go down there? Okay, if you say so. Trust the arrow. Was this a bad idea? Hope not. Nope. Seems like we're A-okay. And hey, would you look at that? It's almost like we planned this. Ain't that right, fishy? Hey everyone, welcome back to Xenoblade Chronicles Future Connected. In the last episode, we went around Grandel and helped out with a few kids, and upon that, we explored more of the Bionic Shoulder itself and come across some good old pond specters who, in turn, helped us find this one. And we get for our troubles Heatsink 4 for Kino. That is pretty damn good for the little Nopon who's not here.
I wish those heat sinks were more common in the base game.
Yep, instead you'd have to take on Mechon Satan Incarnate.
Yeah.
But I digress. Anyway though, to start off, if you look and you think our levels are a bit askew compared to last YouTube episode, we have actually been streaming this game off camera-ish. So we haven't done much, we have just grinded a little bit, and we've taken on unique monsters and fog beasts, and just got out a few art books after all the troubles, and have discovered a myriad of things. One of those chests is one of them.
Someone need help?
And for a little bit of a tiny detail that I kind of love. Remember back when we first said, hey, you know what, this guy looks like Banner. What a novel concept. If you talk to him,
Hello.
your drink that makes dissolve in water, have curious, should buy or try, no refunds. He's pretty stingy. However, if you talk to him for the first time, he recognizes you and he becomes quite sheepish.
Yeah.
So that to me implies it's Banner, and he somehow escaped Frontier Village and came here. And plus, come on, it's Bama. Bama, really? I changed one letter. I'm a completely new person.
Yeah.
Anyway, though, with that said, we have been keeping this guy waiting for a long time, so let's get on with it. Let's find about these rare Ether crystals.
What's up?
Let's get on with it.
Alright. A hive crystal, eh? Well, it's the first I've heard of it. But now that I think about it, I might actually have a rough idea about where to find one. I've never heard of it, but I do know about it. I hope it's what you're looking for. Blast. You know what? I can't recall. It was a long time ago, so my memory's a little hazy. Sorry, your best bet might be asking a few fellow squadsmen of mine. He's one of the ramparts and bound to know more. Oh boy, this is going to be one of those quests, isn't it? It's like, hey, talk to this person, then talk to this person. Oh, guess what? The person who knew everything was right next to you all along.
Yeah.
But anyway.
Or Chief 1-1.
We'll deal with you in a little bit. And this is probably going to be the last time I hark upon it on screen. But hey, we might be doing more work on this on stream. So if you want, our Twitch channel is in the description below. Just want to get that shameless self-promotion out of there. But also, while streaming, I want to say learned, but I kind of got more of an idea on why we're having such difficult times in the combat. And it's something I will talk about and elaborate as the series goes on. I am just not going to give you guys a text dump straight off in the video. I feel like if I'm going to make a point, I might as well show it off when the chances and fan examples arise. I will say, it's just fundamentals. But again, I'll go over those in due time. Anyway, Guy at Ramparts, what have you got to say? Please embark info. A high-end crystal. Hive crystal. I think I know what you're getting at here. I'm not entirely sure on the location, but I do know there's supposed to be a very rare heat deposit near here. An old lady called Sarah told me about it. You might be better off asking her for more details, so I got interested myself and even tried searching around the Nephros necropolis, but couldn't find the thing. From what Sarja told me, there's a good chance it's still inside of a cave. That's why I thought it was a place to start. Alas, if it really isn't a cave and it's not there, then I'm stumped. Still, that doesn't mean much. There'll be a place to check. Can't say for certain, of course, but I do think that we're talking about the same thing here. I expect you'll find Sarja at Hero's Rest down at the south end of the Grand Dell. She's a kind old bird, like me. Always worrying about her welfare and that. And anywho, but get back to my shift. Hope was able to be a little bit of help. Ah yes, your shift. I was standing there.
I know it's personal, but I want to bring something up. I had a dream last night about Future Connected, and it made me pretty happy. I just thought I'd share it. If it'd be okay, that is.
That's fine. I'm just watching the army just roll up.
Yeah, basically I dreamt that Sharla was being attacked by Telethia, and unfinished battle was playing, and then Ryan jumped out of nowhere in front of her and guarded her from the attack, and Ryan ended up joining the party, and he had 2 new arts, one of which was like an extension to Last Stand where it affects the entire party, and another one was just a basic healing art. And it made me quite excited because I like the idea of those arts, and if Ryan came back, those would be the arts I'd want him to have.
It's definitely an idea. I mean, to be honest, I'm sure everyone has those ideas and like, oh man, I wish I was just constantly more content for a game, and you never know, Monolith might come back for something. You just never knew.
Hello, dearie.
Yes, the guard at the ramparts told you, didn't he? He and my late friends were on good terms. Naturally, I had to regale the man with tales of my friend's escapades. I believe the one that may be of particular interest to you is this friend, a Hyantian man, discovered a crystal. He's a real go-getter, that man, always trapezing around exploring from the day he set foot on the shoulder. He would tell me all sorts of stories from his adventures to entertain little old me. I remember it like yesterday. The sky was a brilliant blue, birds were singing.
Oh dear.
I'd come to pay my respects at the graveyard like any other day, and then along he came with the biggest smile on his face and took out an object wrapped in cloth. Said he found a strange crystal alongside an ether deposit, and what a light it gave off. The cloth it was wrapped in wasn't enough to stop it shining through. Ah, it was a sight to behold. The core was translucent, yet it gave off a pale glow, warm yet somehow ice cold. It was like bathed in turquoise sunlight. I'd never seen anything more beautiful, and I don't believe I ever will. Sadly, it dwindled to nothing in a matter of minutes. If there had been anything left of it, I would have kept it as a memento, I'm sure. I remember him telling me how incredibly large the deposit was, drooping down from the ceiling above. From his description, I imagine it might have looked something like a stalactite, which is why I'm convinced that it must have been in some sort of cavern, and despite the deposit's size, the crystal he'd retrieved fit comfortably in the palm. It must have been formed over a long period of time. Ideally, he could have told you exactly where it was located, but I'm afraid that's not possible because he's sleeping here quite peacefully now and cannot really be disturbed.
He's dead, you can just say it.
I'm sorry I wasn't able to show you the exact location, my dears. Still, I hope that my little anecdote was of some use to you. I pray that you too will be able to find what you seek.
Thank you, Sarja. This is gonna be great help to us. We better report back to Ransom. I just can't help but love it. I mean, I know there's a whole gimmick of like old people go on too long, but you know what? Yeah, I think stories to tell.
And fun fact about stalactites, if you touch them, they stop growing.
Like outright?
Yep.
Like just with a finger and they die?
Yeah, I think I remember reading about that.
Damn, nature. You're weak. Anyway, Ransom, here you go.
Who, me?
So, that's how things are. It seems we owe Miss Sarja and her friends a debt of gratitude for the valuable information they provided us. It's just my conjecture, but the crystal may have been highly responsive to heat and sublimated.
Sublimated.
Sublimated, there we are. Words, I can't say them. When exposed to sunlight. It's fascinating, isn't it? I have to say, its properties are quite unusual. And I agree with Sarja. I think that it would be found in a cave, like she said. So the soldier said he'd already searched necropolis, huh? Alright, let's think of other options then. If you follow Flame Lane, which breaks off from Fall's Way towards northwest, you'll reach the forbidden Hushland. It's a dangerous place though, so it hasn't been mapped out very thoroughly. Nevertheless, there's meant to be a cave-like location thereabouts. The man who found the crystal must have been a formidable swordsman. He was Dunban! It may have been from him that the news of the cave's existence reached us. Very worthy. I pray that you find the high Haven crystal there indeed. You are the only ones who can rely on to harvest it, I'm afraid. Good luck. And if you do find a high Haven crystal, be careful to keep it away from strong lights as you carry it back. It's okay. Shulk's alright. He is wearing black. So, we're all good. So, it seems like we have our mission, and it would appear we finally get to go to the place in which I've been keeping off map for a long time, because that's Separate Cave 2.0, and I kind of am morbidly excited about going there.
Isn't it also part of like the dead area down there that creeps me out?
Possibly. I mean, I get to kill two birds with one stone. Also, off camera during the stream, we did realize that fog beasts can be killed multiple times, and they do drop art coins, which is a good thing for us. Now, thank you for pissing off. Also, finally, during the stream, we talked to Pora, and as we assumed, her quest does not have a definitive ending. Well, what I mean by that is you don't have to get all 20 in order to get the reward. She does give them out periodically. It's very poorly explained, I think, at least in the text log. But anyway, with that out of the way, let me see if I can just figure out what the map is trying to say here, as if maps could speak. If they could, they would say, "Hey, where you going?"
That navigation line is going all over the place.
Yeah, sure. Like I said, I gotta go through Flame Lane. Hopefully not get flamed.
Yeah, I think that's the place where I got mauled in the last episode.
Indeed it is, and in fact this is the catalyst for if I did that stream, so hey ho for that. Now I guess as we go through, dude, I gotta say, it's expanding a lot more than what I thought it would be. Because Grandel, it might be small in comparison to other maps, but it does contain a lot, and it's doing it without getting, I don't know, bloated. Oh no, it still has wide open spaces, and yes, I will admit the enemy locations and the way they're spread around the map and various environments, it does seem a bit sporadic. To say, oh, you know what, we'll put a Torta here with a few quad wings and put a few Ferrises in the Chromars. Does it make sense on a geographical standpoint? No, not really, but yeah, there you go.
And I also feel like this game kind of has the same problem that 2 did, where it's there's a problem with kindred enemies, I'll just say that.
Yeah, and it actually goes into one of the fundamentals in which you know what, I want to take on that guy because it's something which we haven't come across yet. So just give me a moment. At a point I want to get across is simply, to Alice's point, the kindred enemies and also the major changes that have been made to the combat. Didn't get much, we just got this, and his immortal moss from his immortal back. Now let's deal with this guy right here, who is a unique shadow beast, and yep, it answers our question on you will know our names is playing instead of that. So anyway, let's get to brass tacks. The difference between this combat and the combat in the original. let's start off simple. The lack of visions and also the shadow beasts. Now, of course, shadow beasts are buffed up enemies, whether they are bog standard or unique monsters, as we're facing here. You have a myriad of options in the bog standard combat, or in the bog standard game. You have different characters with different variants, and you have different items and styles. Not to mention chain attack and different auras which can coincide with each other. Now, that's all well and good. This game, however, it has less characters, aka different options and different combo abilities and different variants. Because one notable thing that I miss is having Dunban being able to combo and work side by side with people like Ryan or Charlotte or whoever who can daze and all that jazz. So that's that. Not to mention, you have the vision system being gone. Now, some people, that might make it good. I may say, oh my god, yeah, it was too easy. You could just see what you have available and see what the enemy's doing, and then you can just take advantage of that. It's basically seeing the enemy's hand and acting accordingly. However, for me, and this is gonna be a personal thing, I kind of like the cool factor of like the game having a plan and then you just say, nope, not gonna work. Because isn't that what the original was based around? Having Zanza knowing about what's gonna happen and letting things play out to his hand, and then at the end of it being able to stop him with what you have. The vision system with that now is gone, and I feel like that's a bit of a shame, and it takes away that cool factor. Because as I said in the during the very early time of our LP, you know, you're changing the future. How badass is that? You see what the game's gonna do and say, nope, not quite. And not only that, back to the point I was making about having less options. And yet somehow this game keeps on getting more options. Hence why I said the enemy types are more variant and they're more sporadic and so on and so forth. The game gets more of a hand, but you're getting less of a hand. And I feel like that's taking away part of what the base game's combat did so well.
And another thing is the lack of armor is something that bothers me a little bit.
Yeah, but it is something in which we have discovered. For those who haven't caught on or haven't played the game yet or haven't really seen, combat gives you weapons. Side quests give you armor, which in the grand scheme of things makes sense. But still though, it's just a point I'm making. And can I say this is
Creepy.
this is very, 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 very eerie.
Silent Hill like.
Okay, where's the fog? Ah, the fog's up in fog's over in Alphamoth. I get it. But dude, can I say I'm loving this? Hence why, and it just adds on what I was saying. It's packing so much into a small area. Because for God's sake, I wasn't expecting Land of Morpher 2.0 in here.
I was expecting something scary, but not like this.
Yeah. I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm not like shaking my boots or anything, or, you know, but I'm kind of on edge. Because, dude, it's pretty damn cool.
Remain vigilant.
And we get signs of death all over the place. It's even storming as well.
And the hollow sound is creepy.
Uh-huh.
I'm expecting something to jump out of the trees and grab us.
We're also getting spike defense while next to dinos. This ain't gonna go well. And also, I'm going to assume that is one of the favorites, so I will happily take that while that dino is elsewhere. Thank you. Oh, and that is apparently all of them. Sweet. Well, I know what I'm doing later on. Also, there's an exclamation mark here which I can't do anything with. Must be either above me or below. I am praying above. Well, hi, buddy. I think I'm going to be avoiding you. Are we gonna see like a grand standoff? Are we gonna see this dino eat?
I find it weird how the dinos and the mammoths have been down leveled.
I mean, would you want to take on level 90s right now?
No, it's kind of jarring. That's all.
Well, either way, it seems we have arrived in our next destination, which I am definitely in love with. But however, I'm not done yet. I got bright-eyed. Nice. You can say it in another way, but I'm gonna hold my tongue. And again, the somberness continues.
Prison Island.
You know what? I think... Ooh, yeah, let's do it. Let's have a quiet moment.
Why Mr. Shulk stopped so sudden?
I was just thinking about the cave near Colony 9. Do you know it, Nene? It's called Tephra Cave.
Nene no place. Nene tag along once with group of hum-hum. Went to fetch ether cylinders.
I've done that too sometimes. Went with Ryan a couple of times.
Mama! Hooray for twinsies! Nene went there during rebuilding effort.
So you did your part to help Nene. Thanks for that.
It not thing that need thanks per se. Just doing civic duty. Must stay friends and work together. With all peoples that live in world.
That's right.
But folk here have lot of angry scuffles. Fight between neighbors bad. Should watch Nene and Kino. Learn to everyone play nice.
Well, I wouldn't say the people here are enemies exactly. They just don't know how to work out their feelings.
That just fancy way of saying fighting?
It's not exactly like fighting. Both sides do understand each other, but their paths took them in different directions.
What Mr. Shulk mean?
If the two sides had simply hated each other, they wouldn't just leave. They'd try to drive the other side out by force. But that's not what they did. They still have common ground to stand on. And Melly is here now. They just need some time to mull things over.
Mr. Shulk is very kind person. Very different from Mama Pon. When Nene and Kino get into bad fight, Mama Pon spank first, then ask questions. Nene and Kino always in tears, but always say sorries and make up with hug. End of end, friendship become much stronger. Being friends mean a whole lot more fun, and more fun is more good. Also, everyone in Colony 9 was friends from start of start.
Well, that's because everyone there was working to help rebuild. We all share the same dream.
But dreams of people here all really all that different from each other.
For now, I guess. But Melly is doing the best she can, and we need to as well.
Nene understand. Nene will wait until Miss Melia make dreams of everyone mushed together as one. But if dream of Miss Melia not go through to everyone, in that case, Nene will give vicious spankings, and no one spared, even not about Mr. Shoke?
What? Me as well? Just promise to be gentle.
Shoke. Shoke. You are gonna get your ass handed to by a Nopon. Nopon of Ricky's Descent. How do you feel about that? My god. And you know what? That was more charming than a certain other Nopon who tried to make a veiled threat that was meant to be comedic. Oh, Monolith have learned their lesson for sure.
Are you talking about Tora?
No, Tatsu.
Ah.
Then Tatsu kill him. Aha. Anyway though, guys, we have a long way to go, and I think we see our prize. But for now, we'll call things there. So, next episode in Xenoblade Chronicles Future Connected, we enter Happy Land. Nothing but Happy Land.
Mm-hmm.
See you next time, guys, and hopefully the Pond Spectres will lead us to safety. Because Arrow. See you next time, guys.
It's nice to hear this, because we haven't heard it very often in the base game.
Yeah, Prison Island, it only occurred, like, what, the first time round we came here?
Yeah, the remix version is nice.
Like I said, they're reusing all of the songs that weren't utilized much. Come on. Play Unfinished Battle, you cowards. Do it. It deserves more love. See you next time, guys.